Hello and welcome. This is Helen Z, and thank you for joining me to listen to this beautiful Tantra event that I've created and I've been offering called Ignite Your Inner Lover. And as the title says, the eve is about bringing you home into your own body to experience where the inner lover lives within you. So many times as people, especially as we learn from a really, really young age, we learn to go out there and try and get an outside experience to try and make ourselves feel good. And sometimes it's short-lived. Other times we hold on to something because it feels so good that the thought of it not being there anymore scares us. And we spend a lot of time, effort trying to hold on to it with dear life, leaving us hungry ultimately at the end of the day. So this eve has been crafted so we get together with conscious, like-hearted and like-minded people, and the community involves newcomers as well as regulars that come for the eves, and it involves couples as well as singles, and gender orientations is quite fluid too, to just come and explore yourself. We always start the practice in the night feeling into ourselves as individuals, because there's little gain in starting partner practices and group practices when you haven't truly dropped into yourself to feel where you're feeling into the day and into the night. So the eve allows us to also come face to face with some old patterning. There may be a practice that you have solo with yourself or another person, which might bring something up for you, an old memory or a feeling in your body that triggers off a pattern here for you. And that's the beauty of expressing and then knowing what is new in your body, ready to come out for you to witness and for you to then have a choice of what you're going to do about it. So some of the questions that get asked when I get an email or a phone call and also on the event page is if there is nudity. And the answer for this event is no, there isn't. We can cultivate a lot of energy in our body, sexual energy, pleasure sensations, by having our clothes on and by witnessing each other through eye gazing, dancing and touch practices. And it's beautiful to be able to experience that as well. It's quite real, it's authentic, and it allows us to go quite deep as well with simple practices, to be able to go quite deep and feel the connection between you and another. It's quite a safe space, and I set up some boundaries and will of consent at the beginning of the night. And the reason for that is, again, it just allows people to drop into the space knowing that they're taken care of. And when you're taken care of and there's not a whole heap of agenda about, oh my gosh, what's this going to lead to, or what does this mean, or I've got a connection with someone and now am I going to need to leave my number? We leave all that at the door. We practice in such a fluid way without having the agendas coming into the equation. So we explore ourselves in group interaction, solo practice, partner practices as well as group practices, giving and receiving conscious touch. And the breath work that I teach you and the different types of breath work that I teach you is all about feeling into the pleasure sensations of the body, as well as the polarity, the natural energy and essence of being in your feminine body, and for men being in your masculine body. It's quite exquisite during the night to actually feel the energy change in the room and people's body language change and the shape shifting that occurs in the space. It's quite luscious and delightful. I found for myself when I went to a similar event when I first started my journey, I thought I was quite in touch with who I was, how I was in within myself, what I wanted, what I felt. And this evening ended up showing me that there were parts of me in my programming that I had a get out of jail free card and a strategy of going, oh my gosh, this just feels a bit too much, ticking over in my head, a plan B. And it was extraordinary to go, oh wow, here it is, it's in the forefront, and I've got a choice to do something about it. And so I did. I continued the work, and eventually it took me into my teacher training, and now I actually teach the work as a relationship and intimacy coach using tantric principles for conscious connection for self and with other. So the night is open to adults 18 and over. As I mentioned earlier, males and females, couples, come and help celebrate, be involved in a like-hearted community where you can just come out. It's about every 2 months. We hold it in Melbourne. It's an exquisite place, and I welcome you with open hugs to be able to experience, to truly dance and get into the essence of your own inner lover and be there and really start to flirt with your own inner lover and create a relationship with that beautiful, beautiful part of yourself that will never, ever leave you. It's always there, is always there for you. So on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to meeting you at an event soon. Thank you.